For the observant of you, it's a bit like deja vu. I'm back in exactly the same area of Bannau Brycheiniog as last time. Parked just over the edge there in Story Arms, and last time we went along there. This time we're heading straight up to the summit of Fan Fawr. I brought this one with me again because he enjoyed it so much. He's been talking about it ever since. Yeah. And this time he wanted to go up to the top of the mountain. So we are taking our time slowly because it is very, very steep, and my bag is very, very heavy. And it's slippery. So yeah, got this little bit of steep stuff, and then it plateaus out a bit, and then the ascent up to Fan Fawr itself is really, really steep. So it's going to take all the legs I got. So I think in the meantime what I'm going to do is do a nice couple of shots around, get some bits of us walking past the camera, and I'll speak to you when we get to the top. So we made it to the top. Good walk?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, as views go, it's not bad. 360 in all directions, absolutely stunning. So I have been up here before, but the weather was a little bit worse. So the forecast for tomorrow is for a bit of cloud and rain, I think, in the morning. So we may be getting off the hill early, but tonight it's pretty much given this. The gentle breeze, no more than 10 mile an hour probably. And the plan, at least, is to pitch up as close to the summit as we can. So we've got that view over the Pen Van that way, and over to Fan Fawr and Carmarthen Vans that way. So yeah, as I said, as views go, it's not too shabby. So it is still relatively early. It's only 10 to 4, so I may hang around here for an hour or two, obviously, before we pitch the dome from home. And I have got a new tent to try out today. It's well, it's not brand new, it's on loan to me from John over in 2 Welsh Travellers. So it's the Naturehike Cloud Peak 2-person tent. So obviously I'm going to need a 2-person on this trip, but after the last trip in the Coleman Cobra, which I still stand by is a great tent. It was just annoying being stuck in there for so long with the mist and the rain, not even being able to sit up. So yeah, the Naturehike is a palace in comparison for the headroom. So yeah, we'll give that a test out tonight.
I'm going to take some colours that look like this, okay? Roger, what's the red thing?
So we've been up here for, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. So just about getting to that time where we can think about pitching the dome from home. Got a nice little spot, nice little flat area, right pretty much at the summit. It's a little bit on the path, but don't really think there's going to be many people coming up here this late now. We've seen a couple of boys from Australia of all places who are planning on pitching up here. They've gone down to the trig point down, I think it's Gilvach something, I think the trig point is called, I can't remember. But yeah, we've staked our claim on this little piece of flat ground here. So we'll get hopefully a sunrise over there, although weather's not looking too good for the morning, but should get some kind of sun and some kind of colour over that way at least. Right, let's get the tent up. So like I said earlier on, this tent is on loan to me, so I've not experienced putting it up myself, but I've been out with John enough and seen him use it that I know what I'm doing. So you got your 3 poles, they're all pre-bent, all the same as well, so no confusion as to what's what. I will be using all the stuff that came with it, other than I do have my own aluminium stakes. So I'll just use these for the main body of pegging out the tent before I put the poles in, and then go around with the pegs supplied by Naturehike for everything. I know that from experience, when John's used this tent, there hasn't been enough pegs for every single piece, so hopefully with these I'll be able to peg all the points out. I probably won't need the guy lines or anything. Wind is fairly calm and is due to be pretty calm all night, so I think 10 mile an hour, 15 mile an hour at most, so this tent will cope with that no problem.
What is this?
This is what's called the ground sheet.
Oh my!
Right, can you pass me a peg, please?
A red one.
Right, so I've got my 4 corners pegged out. I'm going to stick the poles in now.
I'll get 1 pole.
That one over there.
No.
Yeah, thank you. There you go.
Oh, that you unplugged one.
Perfect, thank you.
That's why it wasn't clipped in.
So I think what I'll do at some point is I will get this out in the house, in the garden, and do a little bit of a review on it. But as you can see, it's a hexagon shaped tent, quite like I think it's is it the Arlec 2, I think it is, Hilleberg. Pretty much a carbon copy of it, obviously just not as robust. But yeah, got the basic structure up, and all I need to do now is go around and clip everything to the poles. And in all that excitement, I put the doors on the wrong way around. When I laid it out, I thought the doors were facing this way, and they're not, they're facing that way. So luckily it's a freestanding tent, so I can turn it around. So I wasn't going to bother putting the guys out, but seeing as they're already attached and I got the pegs for them, I might as well. Because this tent has got two large doors, I've put one on this side, and hopefully that'll be the sunrise in the morning, and then I've put the other one on this side, so hopefully we'll get a decent sunset tonight. No, my luck, or we'll be spending another night in the tent in the rain. So I thought we got games with us, haven't we?
Yeah. What games did you play?
I brought Dobble.
Just Dobble?
Just Dobble.
We'll play Dobble instead. We'll play Dobble.
Right. The only thing I've got left to do on the tent now is to put the hood on, which I know is notorious for knowing which way around it goes. Only took 3 attempts. I got the right way around in the end. Tell you what, I've seen it before, but the size of this thing is immense. It's absolutely huge. So, not going to be a problem with the two of us at all in here tonight. So, right, which side do you want to sleep on? Do you want to sleep on that side, or do you want to sleep on this side?
I want to sleep in that side.
On that side, is it?
Last time might be warmer.
Okay. So that's everything in, and I mean the room is mental. We've still got a gap of probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 inches in between the mats. I know that the mat that he's on is not the biggest one, but my thermarest is a wide version, and you could easily fit 2 thermarests, the wides, in there, no problem at all. Full length ones and full width. So yeah, really impressed. Looks like a decent tent. It's getting to that time of year where nights are starting to draw in, and personally I can't wait to get out for a winter camp. I went out for a few this year, and ideally I want to try and get out for a camp in the snow, in the proper white stuff. I've been out when it's been sub-zero, but it hasn't snowed. It's been either freezing rain or crystal clear skies. So yeah, that's the plan next time, is to hopefully get out in the snow this winter and enjoy digging the tent out in the morning. But for now we'll enjoy what's left of summer, and definitely enjoy these views, because there was nothing like this the last time I was up there. It was way too hazy. So you ready for some food?
Yeah.
So tonight I'm actually not cooking anything. I'm on a bit of a health kick. I'm calorie counting. So I've pre-made my food, and I'm just going to eat it cold. It's a mushroom risotto, although it does weigh a lot. So my bag was heavy coming up, yeah. And Darren, he's got some pasta and cheese sauce which I made earlier, so I'm just going to warm that up. And broccoli.
I need to cook that as
So
well.
yeah, we'll just heat that up on the stove.
Can I have a cup of tea? My little tiny cup.
You want a cup of tea first, yeah?
Yeah. When it's cooking as well. Oh my gosh.
We'll have a cup of tea first then. So to most of you this wouldn't actually look that appetizing, but it's only because it's kind of solidified after being in the pot. So easy enough. Chuck it in here with a little bit of water, just reheat it through, and then he's got a bumper meal to eat. Going to leave it on a low heat just to warm it through, just to make sure nothing sticks to the bottom. And in the meantime, I'm going to tuck in. Again, probably doesn't look that appetizing to you, but I'm counting the calories. If you haven't noticed, I need to. It's looking a bit more like it. You looking forward to this?
Yeah, baby.
Right, I've had my food. He's just finishing his off, so I haven't got a beer to drink. So I think it may be an evening coffee. Yeah, that's not too bad. Just come back to the tent, sat down for 20 minutes or so. Went to have a chat with the guys camping up here as well. A couple of Australian guys.
Two of them.
Hutton and Chris, I think their names were. Really nice guys. They've been all over Europe, UK. This is their first time wild camping, so I've told them it's fine. It's technically not legal. They didn't know that in the UK, but I told them, yeah, look, you're fine as long as you pitch late, leave early, leave no trace. So passing the message on. If you do ever get a chance to watch this, then very nice meeting you guys. I just caught the glimpses of sunset starting, so I'll turn you around and show you what it looks like. GoPro probably won't pick it up that well, but the colours are amazing, all for that small little tiny sliver through the clouds in the distance. The weather forecast has actually changed, so it was supposed to be like rain in the morning around about 7 o'clock, but that's gone now. It just says it's pretty much going to be like this the whole way through. A little bit of cloud coverage and may get the sun peeking through in the morning, which I'm hoping for, but no rain, which is the main thing. Wind it did drop off a little bit earlier on, but it's got a little bit breezier, but absolutely nothing. I mean, we are talking 10 mile an hour if that, so it's absolutely nothing at all, and it's still quite a warmish evening. So yeah, as I said, we'll enjoy that for the next 15 minutes or so, and I'll give you a shout before we shut eye for the night. So we've jumped in the tent, we've had a few fun and games while we've chilled out in here. Time is nearly 9:30, so he's getting past his bedtime now. He's going to drift off, hopefully. I'm probably not going to be too far behind him. So yeah, the tent itself, I mean, compared to my Coleman as a 2-man, it's unreal. It's like a palace in here. So big thanks to John for loaning me the tent for the night. And as I said, I will put it up in the garden and do a bit of a sort of more in-depth review of it, but I have to say, really impressive, and I think it would definitely be a true 2-man tent. A lot of the 2-person tents you see are sort of 1.5 really, but the width of this, you could fit 2 wide sleeping pads in here, no problem at all. So yeah, this is definitely a true 2-man. Whether it's the 4 season that they advertise it as, I'm not convinced. There's too much mesh in here, and the outer fly just doesn't go anywhere near the floor on pretty much any point. So certainly not the 4 season tent advertised. Obviously you can make it a 4 season, you know, with the right gear inside it to keep you warm, but yeah, it's definitely 3 season at most. But obviously the conditions are fine for what we're using it for tonight, and especially him more than anything else, trying to keep him warm in my down sleeping bag. But
speak a little bit quieter and going to sleep.
okay, I'll try and be a bit quieter. Anyway, that's my cue to get off and go to bed. So unless anything terrific or horrific happens, we'll see you in the morning. Morning. We've had an average night's sleep. Woke up about 4 o'clock. No, probably about 1 o'clock first. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. You've been awake quite a while, haven't you?
I woke up a few times.
Yeah. So, not the best night's sleep. Ended up getting quite windy in the end.
Then I felt freezing, so we mixed it up our sleeping bag.
Yeah, we kind of put both sleeping bags out. So my one's on the bottom, covering the air beds, and we've got thicker rab on the top, like a quilt. So we've
the 900.
and rab 900. That's right. So sunrise is about 6:30. It's 6:45 now, but it hasn't peeked over the back of Fan Fawr yet. So I haven't opened the door. Don't know what it's like out there. I don't think it rained through the night. Like I said, it was just the wind that picked up a little bit. But we'll have a look now. This morning's go, not a bad one. So you can just see, I don't know how much the camera will pick it up, but there are some clouds rolling in over from the west. So I think that rain that they forecast in the morning may well appear. We'll see though. So I've just had a really quick coffee because that cloud's rolling in. You can see it literally barreling over the top of us down into the valley there towards the bottom of Fan Fawr. It looks awesome. But I do think, as awesome as it is, it may be time to start getting packed up, because I don't know what's behind it. I tell you what, it makes a difference. Tent this size when it comes to packing up, being able to just sit here and put everything away bit by bit. It's another plus. I keep getting distracted because we must be right at the very top edge of the cloud line, the cloud tops, because as they're coming over, they're dropping down and you're getting a cloud inversion in the valley. So it's actually fairly clear above us. over there looks really, really misty. It's kind of hitting the top of the mountain and diving straight over the edge, which is just looking absolutely awesome, especially with the sun up high now. It's just unbelievable. Well, that didn't take long. What's a trip out without me getting the waterproofs on? It's not raining, we're just in the clouds, so everything you touch is just starting to get damp now. So yeah, just covering myself up a little bit. But tent's all down. All I got to do is pack it away in the bag and get off the hill.
So we just packed up and we left no trace.
See, even he knows and he's 6. Leave no trace. So that's where we were. Gotta say, a really, really good camp. And other than what's come in the last half an hour or so, absolutely superb weather for it as well. Temperature last night wasn't too bad, just the wind if anything give it a bit of a chill, but yeah, easily managed. Did you enjoy?
Yay!
Yeah, I think that's another thumbs up. A high five. Right, we're not going to head the same way we came up just because it's a bit murkier, a bit wetter underfoot. So we're going to head back down the ridge, which is a far more gradual descent, a little bit longer, but a lot safer for him. So I'll catch up with you when we get to the bottom, or near to the bottom at least.
So we just found some midges there and they want to come and bite our skin.
Yeah, the midges have descended. So there was absolutely no sign of them up the top, probably because it was a little bit breezy, but we've come over this side and it's just absolutely still. So I had to take the rain jacket off because we're out of the clouds and it was just boiling. So we're almost at the reservoir at the bottom of the path where we'll cross over and pick up the A470 and walk up from there. I know that there is a path somewhere in amongst all that. I'm sure the Taft Trail follows somewhere in there, but I'm not sure where it is. So just for argument's sake, I think we'll just track back along the road back to the car. Everywhere you look, you can see the clouds rolling over the mountains all the way down there and all the way from where we've come. So yeah, not a bad day for the views. There is blue sky all the way over that way as well, so you've got a mix of everything. So I think on that note, this is as good a place as any to sign off. So if you've enjoyed it, then please hit the like button, and if you want to see any more, then please consider subscribing to the channel as well, because it really does mean a lot. I've recently got over 400 subscribers, so next aim is 5.
So for me and him, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Like and subscribe for more camping videos. Jump over at the same time.